Okay, we are back. It's been a while since we've done one of these TAT podcast
Hold on.
episodes. And we have Angelo back here because Angelo,
I've been hibernating for years. I'm kidding.
He's been hibernating for 2 months.
he's been
Yes.
hibernating. And, this is a little bit of a late topic because I know Halloween's already passed, but today we
Yeah.
are talking about supernatural Thomas the Tank Engine theories.
We sincerely apologize for releasing a Halloween episode while Mariah Carey was defrosting.
Yes.
It's time!
Okay. So, basically, in Thomas and Friends, there's like a lot of weird supernatural stuff. In fact, I think the faces on the trains are supernatural enough as it is.
One of the most prominent things in Thomas is ghost engines.
Yes. They're my
Yeah.
they're my favorite
Done to
fan
death.
stories. They're my favorite fan stories. I love Thomas ghost stories. They always give me a good scare and it's just fun to watch.
You're saying this as if these are inspirational, Scott.
These aren't.
See,
All right.
As if these are the
They were
greatest stories
talking
ever
about
told.
like Halloween ghost stories from Thomas the Tank Engine.
Yes. Um So the first one we'll be talking about is Percy's ghost from season 2 or from the Railway series. And some people gave it the name Timothy the Ghost Train.
Timothy. Number
Some-
0, Silver,
Uh,
Thomas's brother. Ghost
Well,
engine.
there are two different types of that engine. There's the one that's just a white Percy, and then there's Timothy, which is just a white Thomas.
Gray Thomas.
Gray Thomas,
uncooked
whatever.
Swine.
I thought he was silver.
Silver, whatever.
He's-
Whatever.
Whatever,
I
it
know, it
doesn't
depends
matter.
on what the creepypasta was all about.
Well, I haven't watched it in a while. Anyway. Timothy the Ghost Engine. Well, we need to talk about the normal Ghost Engine. Basically, Percy's Ghost Engine was a train that fell off the viaduct, as seen in the episode. Cause
Plunging into the gap, shrieking like a lost soul.
yes,
Yes.
and like it's like an interesting story, and it has a lot of potential for great fan stories about that exact same ghost. Because they don't really give us much information other than that. And that's where, like, the Timothy ghost story comes in.
Yes.
That's where the Timothy story comes in. Basically, Timothy is a silver tank engine, Thomas's brother, and he worked there before Thomas. And basically, he flung his train off a bridge and died.
So basically, he committed suicide.
He committed suicide, yes. And now he's like a demon ghost, and it's like really bad. Like, honestly, I'm kind of scared of it. It's kind of scary. I can't even lie.
But in all seriousness, though, Timothy is literally a creepypasta.
It is a
You know how, like,
creepypasta.
You know, like how there's those creepypastas about like Mario that make him all like gray with red eyes. It's pretty much that, but Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah, that's basically what it is because Timothy has red eyes and like a really creepy, evil
Yes.
smile.
But that's the most we have from like what we think could be true about the ghost, because they didn't really give us much information in the actual episode.
Well,
Well, there's one thing. There's one thing that ruins your theory, Scott. So, in Ghost Train, Percy's driver says that the story that Percy told was a pretend ghost story that he heard on television. And because the ghost never actually shows up, we can only assume that his theory is correct.
I mean, that's kind of true, actually, now that I
Well,
think
In
about it.
that
yeah.
Percy's ghost / Timothy isn't even real and is just a ghost story that his driver heard.
Yeah,
told.
but the stories Edward tells, or like other engines tell, they say that like it's more like it could be true because there are stories that suggest otherwise
Yes, but as
on
I just
other
said,
topics.
the ghost never shows up.
Well, so basically, I'm sure Percy's driver told Percy, and then obviously Percy told the other engines, and they all thought it was just a silly story.
Okay.
And then we're literally told that the ghost isn't real by Percy's driver, and it's just a ghost he saw on television.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it kind of
Well,
throws
here's
some wrench
maybe
into this.
maybe a train did fall off the bridge, but it's probably not a ghost.
So would
Or you
y'all
can
say
just
that this
finally
one
accept the
is
fact
This one's probably busted.
this one we just busted? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Percy's
I mean, just
ghost
because the
isn't a
driver
natural
said
ghost.
it was a made up
If you want
story.
if you want a good story about that exact ghost, then check out Timothy the Ghost Engine, I guess. Or
Dear
don't
God,
or don't.
as if everyone watching this hasn't already seen a thing involving him.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if there wasn't anyone who hasn't. Okay, next ghost. This one is a really good one. Duncan Duncan's ghost. Duncan's ghost.
Rusty's ghost story.
Yeah, aka Rusty's ghost story.
The Black Scarloey.
The Black
Nothing more.
Scarloey, it's just there's not much to him. I think
Well, there's
how
not much, and we haven't seen much of him. We literally only saw like one clip of him a few years ago from some like leaked season 5
I
behind the
I
scenes.
think that the flashback segment, aka like the thing where like they show the engine falling off the bridge, I don't think they have an actual like basis. Like he doesn't know what the engine actually looks like, so he's just using
This was probably just
Scarloey.
like Rusty's vision of the engine.
Yes, but he probably heard it from somewhere because they didn't technically say it was fake, did they?
No.
No, but Rusty did say that
Now that I think
some
about
workmen
it,
will tell you that they've seen the engine trying to make
now
it
that
across, but never making it to the other side.
yes, not only that, but I think he imagined Scarloey because Scarloey was the one who told him about the story.
But
That,
something the unlucky Tug has mentioned, and also I personally do believe could be true, is that Proteus is the ghost engine from that episode.
yes, I can also see that being possible.
In my eyes, it's more of a. In my eyes, it's more of a thing I like to believe because it makes the continuity less confusing.
So like, and it makes sense because Scarloey's the one telling about both the stories probably, because Scarloey probably told Rusty the story, and now he's telling them the story about Proteus. They could be the same engine for all we know.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like the lights that Duncan sees, they could be Proteus's lights.
The
But
lamp
Like
also,
the
this is
is-
magic
something else
lamp.
I wanted to add. When we see the lights that Duncan sees when he's on the bridge, they are Smudger's bases. So
Yeah, they are
is-
Smudger's. They are Smudger's bases, but it's also they also show Scarloey going over the bridge. So like, that
Wait,
shows
so
that
this kind of
Scarloey-
doesn't. This one kind of doesn't add up because we see Scarloey on the bridge, but then we see Smudger or Rheneas's basis.
and then Proteus is Sir Handel with Peter Sam's chassis.
So it's just like a big mesh of every single narrow gauge engine.
Except for Rusty and Duncan. Well, wait, he's yellow like Duncan.
Well, Duncan's color.
I mostly
And Rusty
mostly-
Rusty told the story, so
one thing I
And-
think.
What? We just made a big connection with like literally every narrow gauge engine.
We
That is
did. Oh my
Kind
gosh,
of funny.
that is kind of funny. But like Unlucky Tug said, they wouldn't actually like show appreciation for an engine that they don't even know about. He had to do something, and that something is him falling off the old iron bridge. And they're trying to remember him. You know, in memory of him.
Well, yeah.
It makes sense. It's like there's too much evidence for it not to be true. Not only, but what we do need to talk about if the story is actually true.
this likely isn't true But it makes the continuity so much less confusing, so I'm
No,
just gonna go
let me
for it.
explain. Let me explain. Yes, they were trying to play a trick on Duncan, but that doesn't
Obviously.
explain the lights that Duncan sees. There's
So
no way a bunch
obviously,
of fireflies can resemble the shape of an engine.
Again, what if it's Smudger?
Smud
yep,
I don't think Smudger's dead.
it very well could be Smudger.
It
And we
could
just
be Smudger, but like I don't think but he's on the mid Sodor, so I don't think he fell off the old iron bridge.
No, he hasn't, so I don't know. Just weird if he
well,
chose
obviously
Rheneas's shape instead of Skarloey's, since it's...
could realistically though. Also, think about this: could Smudger have fallen off the bridge before the Mid-Sodor, and they actually happened to find him instead of him never being seen again?
Okay, here's a theory that could work. So after he was a mine engine, they probably restored him to go work at the quarry, and then he fell off the old iron bridge on his way home.
Like, do you mean after he was a generator?
After he was a generator, yes.
Because the main story for him is he was a generator and he just died.
Well, Smudger's a little
So
confusing for this theory, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say I debunk that
I would
theory.
say it's Proteus.
Yeah, I think it's Proteus too, because like the classic series, Proteus didn't exist yet. To be fair, in the show, but like this has too much evidence that it's fun to connect it together,
It's
and
just,
it makes
it's
sense.
just fun to connect it.
It's fun to connect
Um,
it, and it actually makes a lot more sense than it usually wouldn't. It's not like they were trying to connect it together, but like it makes too much
Yeah,
sense to not to.
with Smudger it's too confusing because we Smudger could be dead as
He could be, like Smudger could be
in,
dead.
but
Smudger could be
it's a little
dead,
too
or
confusing to say Smudger
yeah,
was a
Smudger's confusing because he's either still at the mine alive, he's still at the old shed alive, or he's dead, or he got built into Smudger, not Smudger, or Proteus, or got rebuilt to go work at the quarry before the old iron bridge, or that kind of stuff. Okay, there are just too many theories
hmm.
around Smudger that it's
yeah.
not really certain. But Proteus, there is
There's
enough evidence
next to no information about Proteus that we have. So
that
we could
says
connect
otherwise. That says
Proteus.
otherwise, because it all makes sense. Magic lamp makes light. A lamp makes lights. That's probably
Magic
what Duncan
lamp.
saw. That's probably what Duncan saw.
Fireflies can make light too. So
I don't.
Yeah.
But is the story true though? That's the real question. We don't know if it's like a
I
real ghost
probably
or
not.
fake.
I'm sure they just made it up so they could get Duncan. Obviously, that's what it is. But
That's that's probably true for you, but for me, I say that might be an actual ghost because lights can't resemble an engine. And yes, it could have been Peter Sam playing a trick, but it didn't resemble Peter Sam, did it?
There's no way.
And like there are lights that resemble an engine all around. I don't think a lamp can shine that much on an engine. So I think it's an actual ghost. Angelo, what do
this
you
one,
think?
I will not say we've busted. I'll say this one is still
I'm gonna
left
say
to be
just
wondered about.
This is like there's a lot of different stuff surrounding it, but this ghost story
I can't bust it, so I would say this one
is
could
true.
potentially be true.
It's probably true. Okay, Rusty's boulder. Ooh, this one isn't really a ghost.
Gordon.
It's more of a supernatural boulder kind of thing. Cause like
Supernatural disaster.
yes, cause that stuff
But
can't.
also, the
Throwing my
boulder can go between having a face and not having a face, so that's kind of weird.
it has
I'm rolling
Gordon's
my
face.
eyes because I've seen
It's,
so many analysts on this damn boulder.
oh, well, we have to talk about it because it's Supernatural Thomas stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so Boulder kind of just showed up there. Actually, no. He there was a mysterious boulder, and they decided to build a quarry on the land below. And then, like, he got loose because Thumper, and
Thumper thump for
like, of
thumping
course,
thump.
he didn't fall off on his own. He needed Thumper's help, but he kept going. And the face on the
Yeah,
boulder.
that's the thing that's weird about it, because obviously he fell off because Thumper kept
Cause think about
hitting
it this
off,
way: he
but
fell onto the track, then stopped. You would think it would stop there, but no. He
then
starts
he
rolling
started
towards
rolling.
Rusty.
So that begs the question:
It
is the
started.
boulder alive?
That does that does have a suggest in that, because like, how did the boulder go so far? It went like very far. I don't think a boulder, like,
Crush
you
for Nick.
wouldn't you think that it would like wouldn't you think that it would like, you know, like stop at some point because of a
Given the
hill or
fact that it's
something?
perfectly round, no.
It's, yes, it's perfectly round too. That is,
Yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. How can a boulder be perfectly round like that?
Plot convenience. Duh.
plot convenience, and they
Obviously.
probably just had a soccer ball laying around and they put rocks all over it.
I wonder
Also,
what
what
the
if the
boulder
face
prop
is
is
just
made out of.
Rusty hallucinating?
What? Sorry, what? Oh. Excuse me, my Wi-Fi is being stupid.
Oh
Okay.
wait, you're serious?
Okay. Anyway, what were y'all saying? My Wi-Fi was being dumb?
What if Rusty was hallucinating having the boulder have a face?
Um,
Mm,
I don't think so, because when you think about it, Rusty wasn't looking at the boulder when the face showed up. At the
Fair
end
point.
segment, the face is there, and Rusty's looking at it. But like, it just magically appears and then disappears during that rain part.
yeah, that is pretty weird. So this is one of the theories that stumps me.
Because it's a weird theory that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But like, it's probably true, honestly. I think so. Cuz like, it doesn't have
Ugh.
anything to do with ghosts. So technically, it's not one of those things where it could be true or it can't be true. This was just one of them that happened, and it is true.
You know what I say?
What?
Fuck the boulder. The episode doesn't exist in my headcanon.
Oh my god. That's your head
I
canon.
fucking said it. There, I fucking said it. What y'all gonna do about it? Fuck the boulder.
Hey, chill out with the words.
I don't like the boulder, okay? I've seen too much things. They literally call the boulder a god in a damn.
I
There's
know, that's a video.
literally
I
a
know, that's.
Oh,
Sonic
have you
Cynic
seen that
video.
We're not
video that
calling
was like
Boulder
the
a god.
boulder as a hat?
We're not calling
It's a
Boulder a
rock.
god.
It's not just the boulder. It's a rock. Rock.
But like, still,
Who,
do you all
who made
think
that
this could?
video
Do
where
y'all?
Boulder was Sir Topham Hatt?
Oh, the fucking Boulder.
The fat can Boulder, yes, that was funny.
Okay, basically, what do y'all think? The Boulder is the Boulder too supernatural to be?
I explained my opinions.
So you don't believe in the Boulder thing? It's just
Unless
not
you
in your
want me to
canon.
go on a whole tangent
I
full of
don't want you
F-bombs,
to. I don't want you to. Just and
then yeah, I hate the boulder.
I'd say the Boulder. I would say the Boulder is supernatural. Is supernatural and true because there's too much evidence suggesting otherwise. Suggesting that this is true.
Yeah,
And
this one's supernatural.
it's probably why they closed the transfer yards too. like the classic series one before
I'm
building the
going
new
to
one.
kill my. I'm going to roll my eyes so far back.
Okay, okay, it's okay, Angelo. It's okay. You're fine. We'll talk about something else now. Uh, what do you
All right,
think?
yeah, let's do
What?
something that no one. Let's see. Let's do something that actually no one talks about, like
Let's talk
the
about the
tender.
tenderless ghost train
The
from
Tenderless Ghost Train.
from
The
Scaredy
Scaredy Engine.
Engines.
That is
Steady
Donald or
engines.
Douglas.
It's just Donald or Douglas without a tender. So
It's
there,
really
I
strange.
heard this like, uh, so I watched like this one thing where basically they said like that the engine lost its tender because like it got scrapped. Well, hang on. Oh wait, sorry.
Fact
His
check this.
whistle. He lost his whistle, and he was looking for his lost whistle.
Well, that's suggested in the episode, but there's no information about the tender.
There is no information about the tender.
When it's clearly a tender engine that
It,
doesn't have a bunker.
that's because it's a ghost train, and it doesn't need a like fuel to run.
I only know one thing about this ghost engine, and that's because he's like this ghost is an enemy in a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game called Five Nights at Smothers 4 Engines at War, and
Oh.
he's known as the Train.
The train.
Yeah, he has like his foxy animation where he runs in with the cameras, and you have to look behind him, otherwise he will jump scare you and his face will go fidget spinner.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
Yes.
Don't tell me it's like Skibbity Toilet.
Oh,
No, it's not.
no, no.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a video game. It's a FNAF fan game.
That's gonna make me want to kill myself. So that's good. Okay.
But like, there's not really much information about the tenderless ghost train.
We see it for like 4 seconds on screen.
We do. The only thing that kind of suggests it is that one old whistle. Like, how did that blow a whistle? Think about
Yeah,
it.
that is one thing. Because Thomas runs into the chains, and then all of a sudden, woo, so
How does that work? There was like no steam engine attached to it. It needs steam to blow a whistle. So how does that work?
like that. Yeah,
That's just really suspicious to me. Like, do you think maybe like the ghost train is trying to find its whistle, and that whistle was suggesting like the whistle trying to find the train itself, or like him blowing his whistle from far away?
I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, I literally just thought of another topic to talk about after our next thing when we get done with.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's not much to talk about for this one, so I'm probably just gonna debunk it.
We're gonna
But
go
even
on
the
This
one
one-
that
the only
no
thing
Yeah.
that's a little bit suspicious about it is the whistle blowing without like any evidence towards
Steam.
why it blowed, without steam. Yeah,
There's no way
that
could-
one's a little suspicious, but we don't really have much
The
to go
whistle
off
could be
of.
haunted.
It could be haunted. Yeah.
We're going to one that no one talks about now.
Oh,
The Loch Ness Monster.
hang
Is
on,
it
y'all
the
keep
Gordon
talking about
one?
this.
Or no, the Bad Day at Castle Lock.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, did you hear us? We're gonna try to talk
No.
about the one-eyed truck.
Oh,
Yeah, we're trying to.
we're gonna talk
yeah,
about
because
the
Loch
one-eyed
Ness
truck?
Monster-
Because
Yeah,
that
because the
one's
Loch Ness
something
Monster is
we
literally
haven't
just the
debunked.
Loch Ness.
I've not heard of the one-eyed truck.
It's from Percy's Scary Tale.
Like, you don't know what we're talking about? It's from Percy's Scary Tale.
Oh yeah.
From Jack in the Pack.
Oh yeah. Now I remember. We do need to
Yeah.
talk about that, but we'll talk about that when we get to the season 7 stuff. Wait, are we on the season
Well,
7?
In my eyes, I see the pack as after season 7.
Actually, let's go
in
ahead
the
and talk
first
about it.
season.
We're not going to worry about the Castle Lock monster because it's not really that big of a
It's
ghost.
just the Loch
Yeah,
Ness
that one's
Monster.
kinda
There's nothing
stupid.
special.
Yeah, it's nothing special about it. So anyway, let's talk about uh, the one-eyed truck. So I don't really know much about the one-eyed truck, so you're gonna have
We
to.
know it's
So,
it's
okay.
truck that lost its lamp,
It lost its
and
headlamp.
it blows its whistle in the woods trying to find it,
Yeah.
and
Or
it haunts
horn?
the
You mean
forest
And it
horn?
looking
Since
it
it's a
chased a
truck.
lorry down. It chased a loader down.
A
and
loader.
presumably didn't catch it. Or yeah, Kelly did say
Chased.
that it got away, and then
He got away, but
the
he
one-eyed
still
truck is
haunts the
still
forest,
haunting the
blowing his
forest.
whistle and looking for his lost headlamp.
Nice.
Yeah, chased.
Um,
Yeah, so it.
that I don't think that could be true, honestly, because Thomas ended up being the truck this
Yeah,
entire
but
time
that
in that episode.
I know that, but like also the events that Kelly. I mean, realistically, maybe the truck doesn't haunt the forest, but maybe it actually did steal. Got it. Maybe it actually was stolen. Its lamp got stolen.
Idea. What if it was like that canceled member of the pack,
Nigel.
Nigel?
Oh, that's actually That's actually pretty good.
Wait, no. What if Nigel is the loader that the one-eyed truck chased?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And
Both
maybe that's
loaders.
why
What
he
if
didn't appear in the pack.
that's why he didn't appear? Because he fled.
He died
Flee.
because he died.
And never came back and never
He had
returned.
PTSD and he killed. Oh no, I'm not gonna say that.
But like, it makes sense. So, because
It
Nigel's
could be Nigel.
Nigel's a canceled member of the pack, he was meant to be a part of it, but wasn't.
He's gonna be like a green Nelson, basically.
Yes. But now I don't know what's going to. Do you think this could
So now we know
actually be
where
true
Nigel
now?
went.
Do you think this could
Now we know
actually
where
be
Nigel
true?
went, guys. Nigel was the one who was chased by the one-eyed truck.
Yeah.
That would be.
sounds like
That-
a good idea.
This is gonna have to be truth then. This is gonna have to be truth.
This one is actually really good. I didn't think about the Nigel thing until you brought it up. So, Nigel could be the reason, or Nigel could be the loader that was chased by the
Or
one-eyed
it
truck.
could be the one-eyed truck itself. Who knows? That's for
Mm,
that's up for
I
y'all
don't
to
think so,
decide.
'cause
That's up
they
for.
said a truck, and Nigel's a loader. So,
That is true.
That actually makes a lot of sense now.
That's
and Kelly said a loader got chased.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, it was a loader. So, and Nigel is a loader.
Oh
Nigel
my
literally
gosh.
is a loader. So,
Therefore, this is true. This is true then.
this is true. We now know where Nigel went. Holy shit! Someone needs to make a fan story about this.
Feel free to use
Oh,
any of the
yes.
ideas for your
I
stories.
want to make a fan story about
Make a
this.
fan
and-
story.
Alright. Oh, this is like a more complex one. The
Is it
ghost
the
train
Gordon
from
one?
Halloween, aka
Yep.
the Kildane experiment. There's not really much to go by for the 3 seconds he was on screen.
Well, yeah, but
But fans have brought up fan stories about that engine, surprisingly.
And yet, not the one-eyed truck. We have one about this one Gordon.
We have, well, technically, it is an A1 body, but the back has a different tender, which suggests the
Yeah,
theory
it's
that
more-
it's, which suggests that it's a mix between trains, scrap engines.
it could be like Gordon and I don't really know who attended.
Pilot Gordon?
Wait, is that actually what that prop is? Is it the Pilot Gordon?
No, it's not. It's just an idea I came up with just now.
Isn't the Pilot Gordon lost?
Yes, I guess.
Or is
Yeah.
it in Mattel's archives?
Probably lost, honestly.
I know we have that one picture of it.
Oh yeah. But like, the Kildane experiment has like a weird body. I think they used one of the sludge tenders from season 3 for it.
Did you know that it's the sludge tender's actually in the Great Discovery?
Yeah, it's in by the
Maybe
station
they used
platform.
one of the sludge tenders for Halloween too.
Potential, yeah.
But basically,
that's a
the
good idea there.
Kildane experiment, it's a weird one because like it's mostly just one of those Edward stories, you know. That
I'm just gonna deny that engine even exists because it's
yeah, me
just.
too. I'm gonna have to deny it. It's an
Yeah.
interesting theory and fun to make
What we do
stories
need is
about it.
Gus.
It is a fun theory and it's cool to like take a look at.
And also, Halloween's a very fun episode. So,
Yes, very fun.
but I wouldn't say that the Kildane experiment engine is real.
Yeah, it's not real. Uh, the flatbeds of fear. This
Wait, first,
one.
before we talk about the Flatbeds of Fear, I actually have thing. What about the ending of Halloween where that one ghost like shows up?
Oh yeah, and the
Oh,
UK version.
oh! I did not think about that. Thank you for reminding
It's
me.
not in the US version, but it's in the UK one.
The U.S. version is because children would get scared.
I guess UK doesn't really care about the children.
They don't. They literally kill children. A lot.
Yeah, there's
But
literally
there
a
is
ghost that appears.
there's also a really weird thing about that. So obviously Halloween is on the Thomas the Silver Celebration DVD.
So, like, the ghost
And
comes
there's
out of a piece of scrap. Do you
on the
think that
Solar
could be...
Celebration DVD.
Wait.
So
Now...
as
But,
Green
hold
Tank
up.
Engine sing.
Wait, whoa,
There's,
whoa, 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 whoa! That just
listen,
brought up something.
There's a rare version of that DVD that I know of that I've seen that has the US version of Halloween with the ghost at the end.
Oh.
I don't have the one with the ghost at the end because I actually never.
I think it's like a screener version or something. I don't know. But I do know there's a version that
I
has it.
I have an idea. I have an idea for something. So you
What?
remember that fan story where it's like the eyes and it's like about Diesel seeing eyes in scrap? What if
Yeah,
that's what the
I've
ghost is
seen
meant
that.
to be? Those are the
Maybe.
ghostly souls of the engines that they use, of the old engines.
Interesting. I'm trying to stray away from fan-made stories at the moment.
We already kind...
We've covered most of the things we've covered have been fan related stories, so
might as well. It's just a cool idea I had, but like, anyway, let's talk about the flatbeds of fear. The flatbeds of fear is the flatbeds of fear is a weird one because that one's a CGI story.
A shitty CGI story at that.
It is kind of bad
it's
story.
really bad.
It's really bad. It's
What season isn't it season 17?
Season 18 with Emily, Henry, and Thomas.
Oh, that just gave me another idea for another story.
So-
After this, but like the flatbeds of fear, it's about basically so like Stanley is going down the track with some flatbeds, but then the coupling breaks on a hill, and the trucks go rolling and never stop rolling, basically,
Oh,
And they make a
dear.
whistling sound.
and they make whistling noises. And
For
at the
real,
end
have
of it,
mercy.
there's a scene of flatbeds moving on their own from under the thing. Which, honestly, that's a little bit supernatural. But it took place during the daytime, so who knows? It could have been a shunter, for all we know.
Ooh,
But but like flatbeds can't move on their own.
Well,
Obviously. So I don't know how the flatbed. There is no evidence that there was an engine pushing it, but there's also. So, who knows? Maybe the story is a little bit true. Maybe
it could be.
it could be a little bit. There. So should we call this one a maybe?
Yeah, I'll say maybe.
I'm gonna say screw the Flatbeds of Fear. It's the worst thing ever.
It
Okay.
is a terrible episode.
Okay, that I remembered another episode that we need to talk about. The Phantom Express.
But, oh,
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that episode.
Cuphead.
Basically, the Phantom Express. What was the Phantom Express? Oh, it's
Phantom
like
Express is a boss fight you fight in Cuphead. There's a
okay,
bunch of
not
things.
not that Phantom Express, not that one.
I know, but come on.
Basically, the Phantom Express is a train that rattles down the rails, blowing its ghostly whistle. It's a ghost train, basically. Just a plain
Says
ghost train that James tells and teases
it does
Percy
nothing to the
about.
story. So you know what could make the story better? If it's the one from Cuphead.
But he probably saw that on Cuphead and was just like, okay, you know what, that would make a great ghost story. But like,
Did that even like come out during
that would be
Cuphead's
funny.
release?
That'd be
Cuphead was like 7 years in development.
okay. So anyway, um, there is some weird stuff that happens in after the episode, like everything being a bit more jumpy, I guess. Or was that
The
just
City Phantom
the
Express
fog?
isn't real, and it's just some stupid shit James said to say it.
It's probably yeah, yeah. It's probably not real.
Okay,
We got one more topic to talk about, and that topic,
yes,
that
is
Is
Godred, Godred.
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 I know, amazing.
Oh my god, Godred.
Godred is a engine who works on um the Coldy Fell Railway,
He's
and
very reckless.
he is very reckless, yes, and he then fell off an entire mountain
And like got destroyed.
and got destroyed. And then they
Which
used
is
his
based off a real
and then they
event.
used his parts to mend other engines. So, and
Until nothing was left.
there's not evidence that shows that he is a ghost, but I have a theory that could be a little cool. Maybe Godred haunts the railway because engines used his parts,
Mm, hmm.
and he wants his parts back.
Well, are you saying like?
But
I mean, he's dead, but does he want his parts back?
Yes,
Is that what you're saying?
he's dead,
there's
but
an
like
interesting
he
topic
wants
around this.
he wants revenge for people taking his parts instead of saving him.
So there's interesting things.
Well,
Because
I
he
guess
could
I
have
could understand
he
that
could have
one.
survived. He could have survived,
They
but
could have just repaired him, but no, they just stole his body parts.
oh gosh.
So for some reason, at the end of Bad Lookout, it says that Coldy made the whole story up. But there is no number one engine in the other stories.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Cuz you would think Coldy would become the new number 1 engine because it's called the Coldy Fell Railway.
No, but okay.
Well, yeah, that would make sense. But why isn't he number 1 in the first place?
Godred was probably number 1 because he was the first engine to arrive.
Well, yeah.
And then Coldy became the lead, and it got named Coldy Fell
So
Railway
was
because Coldy was the
fourth engine to arrive then?
yes. Coldy was probably they probably named the railway after him because because like I guess he's the most mature out of all of them.
Or he was named after the railway.
Or he was named after the railway. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go by that theory. And also, Coldy warns Lord Harry about Godred. He tells Lord Harry the story of Godred. So, is he dead? Is he at the works or something?
He probably dead.
Wait, is Lord Harry dead?
Maybe he died on impact going down the mountain, and Coldy just made up a few little things like the "we have no money to mend you" shit. What if he just made that up? Because that's exactly what Mr. Percival said to Duncan. So what if Cody just made up a little bit of the stuff and Godred died going down the mountain from like a freak accident? What if Godred was actually a nice engine? But it was just a freak accident that killed him?
Well, there's not really much information saying that he was a rude and immature engine, but there's also not evidence that he wasn't
I'm
one.
going to assume he was a rude engine, because if he wasn't, Cody saying that he's rude would really be a dick move to just crap on Godred's grave like that.
Yeah, it would. So I don't think he would like do that.
I
So
think Godred was a bitch, but I think
the
he made
question
up a few
is he a
details.
ghost though? Because Godred technically wasn't seen in any other Thomas media other than the Railway series.
No, he got num num
But
num
neither was
by the
Cody.
Cody Fell engines.
I'm gonna say this is true because like it's Godred. He's gonna want to come out for revenge, and he's dead. And plus, he was a rude engine. Rude engines usually come out for revenge. Think about that.
Same, yeah, true point.
So I'm just gonna say it's true.
This one I'm confused on. Like, I don't know if I should say it's true or not true.
Basically, there's not much information saying otherwise, but there's not much information saying that there is.
Well, there's a lot of factors. Godred could be a rude engine, or he could not, and Cody just made up all of that.
It's mostly
after-
he could have made up Godred entirely, for all we know.
And again, there's no number one, and also a real life number one on the Snowden Railway perished on the first day.
That's true. But like, I think Godred's dead.
Yeah, I think he's dead. I don't think he's
I think he's dead and a
he's
ghost.
definitely dead.
That's my theory. Y'all can have your own
If
opinions,
he-
but I think he's a
Yeah.
ghost.
Well,
definitely a ghost.
I know he's dead, or I do think he's dead, but I don't know about a ghost.
Well,
maybe.
then you can think
Yeah.
that. I think he's a ghost because I like
Mhm.
ghosts. Sorta, not really.
Well, you're a child.
No.
So so that's everyone.
That's everybody. That's
It's
everybody.
everything.
Some of the
talk
stuff
about.
was a
Except for the
little.
Loch Ness Monster, who we skipped because it's just the Loch Ness Monster.
It's a breakdown clan.
Yeah, that one was kind of
No.
stupid. I don't know why we were talking about that one in the first place.
Because-
so now we're gonna decide if there are supernatural figures or
Well,
people on Sodor.
I would have to say yes, because when you think about it, trains don't have faces usually. So when you think about it, couldn't the supernatural technically exist on Sodor?
Oh my god.
Or are all the engines supernatural?
Technically, they're all
Oh my
supernatural.
God.
Yeah.
No,
And people just
you're
learn to
you're
live with
ruining
it,
everything.
you know? And people just kind of learn to live with it. It's like
No.
it's like God's like, we need a new species. You know what? I'm gonna make this vehicle come to life. Oh, amazing, amazing. But like,
Yeah.
there's not really like evidence saying that there can't be ghosts on Sodor. I mean, yes, engines like playing a lot of tricks on each other for episodes, but there's also like a few ghost stories like Duncan gets spooked that suggests that it could be a ghost. Ghosts that live on Sodor. As well as, and not only that, but the boulder suggests that there is paranormal activity on Sodor as well. Agreed?
So how many did we?
I already stated my facts
Did
on the
we all
boulder.
agree on one? I think we all agreed on the Nigel one.
The Nigel one was pretty good, yeah.
I'm gonna tell my friends about that. I want that story to be a real thing. Someone needs to make a story about the one-eyed truck, since literally, from what I can tell, I don't think anyone made any fan stories or even brought up the one-eyed truck.
Well, everyone leaves Jack and the Pack out on everything, which I hate because Jack and the Pack is
Exactly.
freaking amazing.
Jack in the Pack is goaded. We seriously need
He really is
fan-made
goated.
story
The
of
music from Jack in the Pack is goaded.
Yeah.
exactly, and I need someone to make a fan story about the one-eyed truck. I mean, if we have a fan story about Oliver being scared of tapping sound effects. Yes, God, I didn't remember. I remember when you showed me that.
Wait, Oliver
Then we
the
can have
Excavator?
no Oliver the Great Western Engine. There was like a wheel tapper ghost. Ooh,
Oh, I've heard that one.
I have to
Also,
admit,
wasn't there like a thing
that
about
was
Oliver
neat.
being afraid of like fireworks or something?
That was
Yeah,
it's
but that
they
was
changed it to Samson, so that
Yeah,
one's kind of weird.
I wish it was
Which
Oliver.
honestly, they both are weird because all of it would make more sense for Oliver in that episode. Plus, they both have break fans to themselves.
okay, what if the fireworks spark a thing in Oliver because it looks like sparks, like the scrapyard, maybe brings him
Yes,
back to the scrapyard.
Oh, hmm.
that's what I was thinking. But like, let's not talk
Yeah.
about that right now because
That's not ghost
Let's just
related.
end the video, bro.
yeah, we need to end the podcast.
We've brought up
We
everything.
brought up everything we wanted to talk
And I
about.
do think that there could possibly be supernatural activity on Sodor.
Yeah.
I personally actually believe in supernatural activity, like in real life. But that's just me. Uh, but like, that's the video, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast, and we'll see y'all later.